Welcome back. This is chapter 3rd, two stories about flying, and today I'm going to discuss the second chapter, the second story, The Black Aeroplane, written by Frederick Forsyth, and now I'm going to explain page number 39 to you. So here we go. Suddenly, I came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of lights in front of me. Suddenly, all of a sudden, without coming to know of it that he would be out of it so instantly, because it was almost half hour's journey through the black cloud, and then suddenly it was a drop in the altitude, and he emerged out of it. He came out of it, and all that happened suddenly. And saw when he came out of it, he saw two long straight lines of light in front of him. That is, coming out of it, and right in front of him were two straight lines of lights, and these two straight lines of light referred, that indicated, that meant something he was very much familiar with. It was a runway. That was a runway. An airport was at his side. That is, it was airport, and he was now viewing it. He could now see it. That is, he was now safe. I was safe. He took a deep sigh of relief and said, well, thank God I'm safe. I turned. Then, when he was at ease, he got, some kind of comfort, relief that he was safe. His focus shifted to the other plane that was flying along with him, or that was leading him. So he turned to look for the friend. That is, I turned to look for my friend in the black airplane. He turned to look for the friend who was flying the other plane, black airplane. But the sky was empty. Sky was empty. The plane was suddenly gone. That disappeared. That went out of his sight suddenly, all of a sudden. And the sky was empty. There was nothing there at all. The black airplane was gone. I could not see it anywhere, and it was gone. He looked all around him, all about him, and the plane was gone. It was not outside. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. And as he landed, as he touched down and stationed his plane near the control tower, he came out of the cockpit and was pleased, not sorry at all to leave it. He was very much pleased to go, because he was curious, not disappointed at all, because he could not say, obviously a sense was there in mind that he could not say thanks to him. A little disappointment was there, but more than disappointment, there was a curiosity in the mind to know as who was that, and so was very much pleased to move away from the airplane right after coming out of the cockpit and coming down of the plane. I went and asked a woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was, and he went inside went into the control center, and there a female staff was there sitting, was performing her duty, was on duty, and he asked about his location. That is, at the point when he entered the cloud, the black mountain of cloud, he wanted to know that location, exact location where he entered the cloud. And also he was also interested to know as who the other pilot was. That is, he wanted to know his name. I wanted to say thank you because he wanted to say thank you. It was very easy to find out, to know as who was flying the other airplane, because they have all the data as who flies what airplane. Like it was DS Dakota, DS-088 Dakota, so the operator knows it exactly as who is flying the plane. So in that way, she could tell about the other pilot. And he wanted to know the name because he wanted to say thank you to him. He wanted to express his gratitude towards him. She looked at me very strangely and then laughed. She gave a very weird look. She presented a very strange kind of look to the author and then suddenly burst out in laughter. So started to laugh. Another airplane up there in this storm? No other airplane were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. She was laughing as she was saying, another airplane up there in this storm. In this storm, you speak of another airplane. So there was no other airplane flying tonight. Yours was the only airplane that was visible on the radar. There was no second airplane on the radar. So, who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio or without any more fuel in my tanks? So now, being baffled, being puzzled, he asks these questions to himself as who helped him reach there safely first when no instrument was working, when compass wasn't working, radio wasn't working, other instruments were not working, when the fuel was almost exhausted. In such a situation, who came and helped me come out of that dangerous kind of situation and help me come out safely? Who was the pilot on this strange black airplane flying in the storm without lights? Then he asked again to himself as who was the pilot of that strange black airplane flying in the storm without lights. Who was that flying without lights? Because by aviation norms, one cannot fly a plane without lights on the wings, and he was flying it without lights. So the question came to his mind, and it was something like a mystery for him. So this is all. The chapter is over, and with this, second story also comes to an end. So this is all from here. Thank you.